Alright fellas, here we're back in Pokemon Masters. This time we got part 2 of the May 2024 Sync Pair overviews. And before the video begins, like, subscribe, comment, it does help out the channel. And if you want to see more Pokemon Masters content, then of course, be sure to hit that stuff. Don't have to send me money, just hit the little buttons. That's all you gotta do. Anyway, so we're gonna be looking at the sync pairs now. Last video we went over Rika, Lodge Rika, and Poppy. This video we'll be going over Sabrina, Brycen-Man, as well as Mix Scout Blue, who is not on this list for whatever reason. Someone go spam Arch for that. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Be nice. That or I'm blind. But anyway, so we're gonna be looking at those 3 sync pairs today. And tomorrow we should be finishing up with the Variety Scouts as well as all of the power boosts. So, or next video, not tomorrow, whatever. Anyway, so we'll start out here, I guess, with Sabrina. I don't know how to say her name, by the way. I don't mess with the Pokestar Studio stuff. I've never really researched into it. I've seen the outfits, like, a little bit. I don't know how to say her name. Bellelba. Yep. Bebel. Okay. I'm just gonna call her Sabrina, because it's Sabrina, effectively. So, okay. Looking at her kit here, she's a support sync pair with the Field EX roll, Psychic type, so Psychic Field as a support, that's already really good, in my opinion. Weak to Dark, she drops May 2nd, leaves May 20th, 2.5 weeks, effectively, of release. Very nice. Psychic Unova, special costume, artistic, grown woman. Of course, she is Unova instead of Kanto, which is expected. 273 defenses, 635 health. Level 150, 287 defenses. They go up to, if we look at, again, Pokemon Masters tools is still not updated, so I have to look at Cerebi. With the EX roll as well, with 6-star X, she has 327 in both defenses, and then EX roll 347 in the defenses and 825 health. Okay. Not low defenses for a support, but, I mean, we'll just see. They're not low, but they're definitely not as good as what Rika's were initially. Anyway. Okay, we'll look at the moves here. So she's got Zen Headbutt, 20% chance to flinch, 2 gauge move, could be good. Potions for healing, Critical Shield, applying critical hit defense. Give me energy, raising defense and special defense of all allies by 4, applying gradual healing to all allies. Okay, she's very defensive so far, which is not bad, definitely. Defense buffs, crit shield, meaning that you can run something that isn't vigilance on her, and then the potions for direct healing and flinches. Yeah, that's nice. Passive skills, Rules of the Enchanted Land. Okay, Bewitched. Alright, she's fucking laying a curse. Raises defense. The user's defense and special defense increase by 20% when effects that are that apply only to the ally field of play are in effect. Extends duration of critical hit defense when the critical hit defense effect applies to the ally field of play. Probably by 50%, I'm going to guess. 20% increase in defenses. That definitely makes her defenses look a lot better. I don't know where I'm at. Yeah, multiplying this by 20%, right? That's like a plus 70 stat increase. Our defenses are easily over 400 at that point, as well as already having plus 4 defenses here from the trainer move and having crit shields, meaning she can never be crit. Allies can never be crit, right? She's going to be very bulky, definitely. Ally field effect and hit free moves next. Applying free moves next to the user once attack move is successful, while effects only apply to the ally field of the player in effect. So crit shield. Okay, free moves next. That's also very nice. And then critical hit, physical and special damage reduction. Applying physical and special damage reduction when crit hit defense is applied. Wow. She's a very defensive support, and she's really good at it, too. She applies gradual healing to all allies, so they've got passive healing. She flinches the opponent, so they may not move. Potion healing for herself and allies. Crit shield to prevent 0 crits, meaning she does not need to run vigilance. She can run something else, as well as also preventing crits on all across the board, even from Palmer, right, in the ultimate battle, as well as having the critical, the physical and special damage reduction abilities, and increasing her own defenses by 20%. That's pretty good. So far, that is really quite good, and she does have the offensive buffing ability with setting Psychic Terrain on her sync move for being support field, which we now have 2 of. I think we got 3 too. I think we have 3 of them as well, because I think. Cygnus Morty, I think, got the Field EX roll, and, yeah, just Cygnus Morty, but still, it's good. So we got ourselves another, support field. Awesome, another few support fields. Definitely a good kit, so far. Very defensive, which defenses aren't really my cup of tea, but it's still good. Ooh, I like you. I like you. Aggravation 1 on that Guaranteed Lucky Skill. They learned. Guys, they learned. And girls. They learned Aggravation 1! They're giving good cookies to the new units. Literally last month, like, the only somewhat relevant cookie was Volo's, giving him a Fortuitous 4. This is good. Aggravation with up to 40% flinch chance now. If they give her aggravation in the grid, then it's at least 60%. Let's go! Yeah, she's looking quite solid at 1 out of 5. I mean, obviously, she's very defensive. Defensive abilities are amazing, right, of course, but obviously people are more interested in offensive abilities. Physical and special moves next, or attack buffs, or whatever. Psychic terrain, also. She does apply that, so there is some offensive ability there. But, of course, grid probably helps out in some areas. Okay, so she's got some power nodes, gauge refresh on Zen Headbutt at 2 out of 5, team critical command on the trainer move. It's Brycen-Man. Only 1 use. It's only on her trainer move. So +1 crit, it's a little bit that's iffy, but I mean, there are a lot of characters who can buff their crit to +2, but then can't max it, so this can be helpful for those, but still kind of wish it was more, but fine. Premonition, reducing damage received when hit by an attack move in Psychic terrain, even bulkier. Like, she's even bulkier. Catalytic Acceleration, applying Gauge Acceleration on the Sync move. This is a 3 out of 5 node. Power nodes, take hit, team special attack up, increasing special attack of all allies when hit by an attacking move. Alright, this is helping out, right? This is definitely helping out. For offenses, Tighten Up, raises special defense when hit by an attacking move. She already buffs her special defense and defense by 4, so really I think you would just be better off fishing for NPR on a trainer move, assuming she has it, right? Does she have trainer move NPR? I'll just go ahead and search it. Give me energy, trainer move critical. Okay, she does not have trainer move NPR. Okay, that does give value to Tighten Up, I guess, but still, I don't think that's really worth it. Whatever. So Tighten Up, persisting very extended duration of physical and special damage reduction effects. Or, sorry, just special damage reduction effects. Okay, that's good. Does it have aggravation? Okay, so she's got a 60% chance to flinch now. That's good. Aggravation 1 from here, aggravation 1 from the lucky skill, and then 20% base. Yeah, that's a 60% chance to flinch on Zen Headbutt. That's really good. And Bending, Potion NPR, Master Healer, Potion NPR again, Potion Master Healer again, Critical Shield NPR 1. Okay, you're not getting that, probably. Team Beef Up, raising attack of all allies when hit by an attacking move. Toughen Up 9, raising defense. First Aid 4, in healing her to extends duration of physical damage reduction. Okay. So, her kit is definitely very defensive oriented, which, I mean, having a defensive support like her is going to be great for any gauntlet battle. She's going to be probably really good for that game mode. Flinch spam, shields, right? Enemies can effectively not damage her, right? Yeah, I like it. I think that the one thing that would have made her a god for the Legendary Gauntlet would be if she had, like, recuperation or something. But still, this is definitely a good kit. Obviously, her offensive buffing capability is not fantastic. Like, she buffs attack and special attack when hit by an attacking move. Only really good in shorter game modes, longer game modes, in my opinion. But still, that's helpful, right? It can be used to top off some stats, maybe. It could be somewhat reliable, too. And, of course, potion stuff. Yeah, very great defensive support. Would I summon for her? I don't know. I mean, she does also set Psychic Terrain on the being support with Field X roll, setting Psychic Terrain. That's also pretty good and definitely very unique as well. Yeah, I don't know. She's definitely not going to replace like Rosa on an optimal Psychic team, but still, that's definitely not bad. Definitely a great like general use defensive support. I wonder how she'll work against Palmer. Is there a chance that she can't get rid of the normal zone, so you'd have to find a way to get rid of that, but could she like be a support that is helpful for actually surviving Palmer's onslaughts? Maybe? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, we'll move on to Brycen. Brycen-Man and Zoroark. Another Zoroark sync pair is definitely nice. He's a tech sync pair with the Special Striker EX roll. Drops April 30th, leaves May 20th. Okay, another... pretty much 3 weeks. Yeah, pretty much 3 weeks. She lasts... Yeah, okay. So Brycen drops first. Okay. Week to Fighting. Dark, Unova, Special Costume, Artistic Masked. He's got 336 Special Attack, which is pretty low, but we'll see. 176 Defenses, 312 Attack, 358 Speed. With full investment, with 6-star X, level 150, 394 special attacks is definitely really solid. Better defenses, better HP. EX roll stats, over 430 for special attack, 408 attack, nearly 800 health. Yeah, his stats are pretty good, definitely. Stats are good. Looking at the moves, Night Days, okay. 4-gauge move, 166 power. Okay, 40% chance to lower accuracy. Guard Spec, applying stat reduction defense to the allied field of play. My Dark Secret Arts applies gauge acceleration, raises special attack by 4, and crit by 2. Okay. And Eerily Captivating Fake Tears. Targets all enemies. When the user's trainer uses any move once. When the move is used, it's 2 uses only. Never misses, lowers target and special attack and special defense by 2, lowers dark rebuff by 1. Ooh, okay. Dark rebuff. Be like some dark rebuff. That could be a good buff for Marnie, for any of you Marnie fans, alright? Okay. He's definitely good for special dark attackers, right? Like, how many special attacking dark characters do we have? We've got Marnie, of course, as previously mentioned. We've got the other Zoroark with Summer N. We got Sigma Suit Cyrus, the Karen, right? Okay. So a few dark characters can definitely benefit a lot from the special side, but of course even the non-special ones, right? The physical attacking ones like Akari, Master Royal, and others, right? They can still benefit from the dark rebuff, which is great. And his in-aim nuke is more special defenses, lower the greater the power of the attack, so he does really want to use this. It's a little bit gimmicky. The turn order I feel is going to be a little bit weird for it, but it's not really that bad. You can train a move, Fake Tears, I guess Guard Spec Fake Tears. That takes a while to get your damage up, but your damage going, but still, it's not too shabby. Hit rebuff, opponent free moves next 9, applying free moves next when the user's attack move is successful against a target with its type rebuff lowered. That's a great gauntlet ability. Good in general, of course, but also I'm thinking like in the gauntlet, that's really good as well because you can lower the enemy's rebuff once, spam Dark Night Days, get rid of a bar, then use it again, and then you got more free moves next for that second bar, right? That's not bad. First sync move on opponent, stat ranks down to whatever. If the target stats are lower, the amount of decrease is doubled the first time the user sync move targeting that opponent successfully each battle. Effect can only activate once per battle. Okay. That's where the special strike EX roll gets really good. Yeah. So he's lowering special attack and special defense by 2. So, you would definitely want to wait to use his sync move second. You would want to use a support EX first, preferably a sprint support EX so you can get to his sync move faster. And then, yeah, you would have, because you'd have to use the trainer move once to activate the Fake Tears, use the Fake Tears, that would then be deactivated. Third turn would be Guard Spec, then you would get a sync move, right? And then you would use Fake Tears, and then pass turns until your second sync move. He uses his sync move. It doubles the enemy stat debuffs, and that should mean that they have -6 in special attack and special defense, unless they raise those stats, of course. And it would be AoE, considering Fake Tears is AoE, and the Striker EX roll, if you give it to him, is AoE as well. So it's like Fall Roxanne. No, Fall Roxanne's are raise stats to lower stats, but it's like Neo Champion Leaf, her buddy move, right? Doubling enemy stat debuffs, except this only activates once, but it's still good. Then Honor Roll 2 for guaranteed accuracy debuffs. Also, yeah, this also factors in accuracy debuffs as well. So, I mean, you could get in like 1 or 2 Night Dazes before using his sync move, and then have -6 after using his sync move. You get -6 special defense, -6 special attack, and like -4 accuracy or something. Yeah, enemies are getting really neutered by this guy pretty quickly. Relatively quickly. That's still good. It's definitely good. And his stats are not bad as well. Okay. What's this cookie? Discombobulate 4, 50% chance to debuff accuracy when the attack move is successful. That's fine. It's fine. I'd still rather run Critical Strike too, but that's fine. I guess. Okay. Let's go to the grid. Satisfied Snicker. That's fine. But I feel like that would... I feel like this takes away from the use of the buddy move a little bit, but sure. And Overpower, more target, special attack is lower, the more powers up the user's moves, so better DPS. Guard Spec Barricade, raising special defense by 1 when the move is successful. It's sure, I guess. My Dark Secret Arts move, no stat up on the field 9. Applies the no stat increase effect to the opponent's field of play when the move is successful. Okay, so that's definitely nice. That's definitely nice. So it means that they can't buff their stats for a little bit after you use your Fake Tears, so that should give you enough time to double their stat debuffs and put them at -6 before they can raise their stats again. So you're really screwing them over pretty quickly, which is good. Gobsmack for general confusion. That's just generally helpful. Mind Boggler. I guess that's combined with Gobsmack. Again, this could be helpful, like in case the enemies buff their stats for whatever reason, but I feel like it's more useful to just utilize the Fake Tears, of course, for the rebuff for 1, right? So, this is really worth it, especially for the fact that you also have to pick up a, like, I guess, gobsmacked, because you need to hit a flinchy, confused, or trapped enemy. So you need to find a way to do that. It's not like Eriott, where she traps just unconditionally every time she lands an attack. Brycen has a 50% chance to confuse, which also wears off eventually. Pretty quickly, honestly. Unflappable, hit and heal, applying gradual healing. Again, mostly useful for the gauntlet. Critical line 1, finally, raising crit, so you can actually max his crit. Does not need a support. Not really too necessary, probably, but still good. Preventing trap, fail forward 1. Charging gauge could be helpful for some gauge management and gauntlet solos, but again, that's just really the gauntlet. 40% gauge charge, obscuring sync, sync thinker 9. Fires up sync move when the target's accuracy is lowered. It's a 50% multiplier on top of the now 100% multiplier here. Sync thinker increasing special moves next when using the sync move. That's just generally helpful. One thing I noticed, sync move. If we want to look at his sync move, he doesn't have any other multipliers. That's a pretty big one. That's if his rolls were reversed and he was strike and then tech EX roll, I think it would be a little bit better. But and then they would have had to, you know, put this in the grid somewhere, right? Obviously, 150% in total nuke multipliers for a tech though. That's kind of that's pretty iffy. But I mean, I guess he's like a striker, kind of disguised as a tech. I don't know. Either way, it's not bad. He's fine. I wish his nuke was a little bit better, but granted, if his nuke was much better, then he would effectively just be killing the enemies before their stats could get lowered. But it's not really a gimmick you're exactly wanting. I think you want the enemy to go down. That's kind of how the game works. I mean, yeah, he looks good though. He's got some gimmicks, right? He's got the gimmick. The biggest gimmick with him is that you have to train a move, fake tears in order to get all of the stats debuffed, which can take a little bit of time. Or of course, you can use an ally to help you out with it. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Train with critical eye to max his stats, and of course he does have this ability here to apply the no stat increase to the enemy field, so you can make it so that you're not really worrying too much about them raising their stats to get rid of your special attack and special defense debuffs, right? Which could be potentially detrimental for using your sync move and doubling those stat debuffs. Looks like he's trying to go for like longer form content, but it's like they kind of want you to maybe use him in a longer battle. And I don't know. Is he good for Leon? I don't know. I haven't looked at the Leon Ultimate Battle. I don't know what type of weakness it is. But sure, I guess. I mean, he's fine. Yeah, he looks good. Nothing like absurd, but definitely good. And then, yeah, we'll finish off here with Mixed Scout Blue. He's dropping on May 1st. The Mixed Scout's only lasting until September for some reason, which I'm going to probably make a video about on its own because that's very interesting to me. So sure. I guess. Whatever. Okay, so he's a field sync pair with the Special Striker EX roll, Fire type, right with Charizard. How many Charizards is that we got now? We got the Egg, Red, Leon, and now Blue. Cool, we got ourselves a full Charizard team that isn't including eggs. That's nice. Whatever. Fire, Kanto Rival, Passionate Paltown, Passionate Spirit. It's using his classic look, which is cool, because I don't have that, and I'm probably going to get him between some point on the mixed pools or another. If I don't, I'm honestly impressed at that point. Okay, 356 special attack, 356 attack, 168 defense, 166 special defense, 297 speed. Does he get a roll? Or a cookie? No, this is the wrong blue. This is the right blue. No, he doesn't get a... Nope, that's blue and Aerodactyl. Where is this guy? There he is. Jesus. No, he doesn't. Okay. He doesn't get a cookie. Okay. My God, it took way too long to find him. Okay, that's fine. Stat-wise, max out stats. Okay, he's a field with a special strike roll, as we said. Without the EX roll, 314 special attacks good. Same thing on attack, 218 defenses, 353 speed, 809 health. Sure. And then the EX roll, of course, helps out those stats. They're fine. Those are fine stats. Okay. Yeah, he's Mega Charizard, of course. He's got 3 Fire-type moves. Heat Wave, Flare Blitz, and Neo Blast Burn. Okay. It targets all opponents. Flare Blitz, so he has recoil removal 9. Okay. Max Flare, 400 power, 400 power. Physical and special depending on what enemy you're hitting, right? And it makes the weather sunny. That's nice. Trainer move Can't Fool Me. Reduce the sync countdown by 1 of an ally. Whatever. Reduces sync countdown by 1. Raises an ally's attack by 4. Applies super effective next to an ally. So, okay. And he's got Heat Wave for 100 power, 3 gauge, AoE. Probably useless. Very probably useless. I mean, this is only helpful probably in case Blast Burn's not activated, which let me guess, yeah, activated in Sun. I heard this guy was very similar to Mixed Red, so I'm just going to go off that assumption. Yeah. So if Sun's not up, I guess Heat Wave is better to spam, but realistically, unless you have like special, like the physical damage reduction parameter in the Champion Stadium, I would say that Flare Blitz is just better to go for, despite Heat Wave being AoE. And honestly, especially because Heat Wave's AoE, you get that split damage, which is a little annoying. And it's better just to have Sun activated all the time anyway, so yeah, Blast Burn. 2 gauge move, lower special defense and defense of the enemy by 1. The move is not lowered if there are multiple targets. Okay. So AoE defense and special defense debuffs, a little bit better, I get, well... okay, yeah. Yeah. This guy's really good for Thornton, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, this guy's good for Thornton, and I've actually finally got a character that can help me clear Variety Thornton's ultimate battle. Fucking took long enough. Good night. I may honestly EX roll this guy, depending on how fun he looks to use. We'll see. We'll see. I still have not showcased Mixed Red, if anyone's noticed, which is funny. Flare Blitz, yeah. Okay, so the way I'm looking at this guy is that, like, Neo Blast Burn is going to be your main form of damage spam until Sun goes down, or unless the enemy has a gimmick or something like that, and then Flare Blitz and Heat Wave. I would really just use Flare Blitz in case Sun is not up. Heat Wave does not look appealing at all unless the enemy has physical damage reduction, and then I would just keep going, alternating between these two realistically. Anytime that Sun is up, just use Blast Burn. It's always going to be better, other than, again, in case the enemy has damage reduction abilities, and then Flare Blitz might be better. Really, I think Heat Wave is pretty much fodder on this guy's grid here. Or not grid, moves. But maybe it's good in the grid. I don't know. Kanto Journey Legacy, moves never miss. All moves become crits. Same passive as Red, I believe. So, sure, guaranteed crits and guaranteed no misses. Entry speed and special attack up 4. And he's got +4 attack on the trainer moves, so that's nice as well. And then recoil removal 9, removing recoil. Very basic. Okay. Fine base kit, doesn't look crazy, doesn't look absurd, looks fine. Okay. Okay, keep going. Let's look at the grid. Let's see. So keep going here, nothing. Physical, increasing physical and special moves next by 2 after using the sync move. That's pretty good. Max double down, increasing power of max moves that are super effective. Pretty basic, but still pretty solid. Witty hit 4, raising 50% chance to raise special attack when the attack move is successful. Brain power, increasing sync move power when special attack is raised, or the more special attack is raised. Charging Sun 3, powering up moves when in Sun. One with the Sun, preventing flinch, confusion, and trap in Sun. That's also pretty helpful. Max Team Smarts 9, increasing special moves next of all allies after using the max move. Mind Games 9, decreasing special defense more. Okay, that's actually very good. So far, this stuff's been basic but good, but this is really solid for directly increasing power of Blast Burn a lot faster. It makes it like, obviously Red had the ability to debuff special defense by 2 instead of debuffing 1 of defense and special defense. But now Blue's got the ability to do -2 special defense well, which is going to be making his damage look a lot better, a lot quicker. Or at least his utility look a little bit better, a lot quicker. And then some pretty basic stuff. NPR on the trainer move, Sunscreen 2, Speaking Sun, Solar Flare 5 for a nuke, okay. And then Max Countdown 2. He looks good. He definitely looks good, especially being effectively a striker slash field. He's not a tech type of character, he's more of a striking type of character. And he has a 100% multiplier here, as well as a 100% multiplier here. He's got himself max countdown for the sync countdown here on the max move. He's got himself a 30% DPS multiplier with Charging Sun. The special defense debuffs with Mind Games is going to be helpful. These physical moves and special moves next for himself after the sync move is also going to be pretty helpful. I'm trying to just think about how good he's going to be for Thornton, and he looks like he's going to be pretty good. Flare Blitz damage looks like it's going to be kind of copium, but I mean, that's just how that is, I guess. Still, recoil removal 9. It's going to be solid damage to get us through the battle, so no complaints from me. Setting Sun obviously on the max move and setting Sun on the Field EX roll. He's definitely going to be one to run with a Sun support like Signature Morty, or not really Ace Arola, but I guess Ace Arola could help out a lot with his Flare Blitz damage. You know, whatever. Any Sunsetter, any relevant Sunsetter. Especially now that Signature Morty got the Field EX roll, who I will very likely be investing that role into and probably showcasing. Yay, content. But whatever. I do like it. I do like his kit. He is definitely very similar to Mixed Red. I think he's worse than Mixed Red overall, but I do think he's still good. Yeah, I do like the kid. Definitely good good sync nuke options for the power-wise. Charging Sun 3 for DPS. The utility with Mind Games is great. And still he sets Sun via the max move and the sync move, so I think he's going to be pretty good. And I'm definitely happy to hopefully be pulling him, hopefully in a timely manner, because I do want to try and showcase him a little bit with other characters that I plan to showcase this month, off the top of my head. But we'll see. So, yeah. Overall, I'd say that these 3 sync pairs are definitely pretty solid. I mean, Bellelba Bumbla is definitely... Sabrina's definitely good for being a defensive support. Amazing defensive utility, right? Maybe one of the most defensive supports in the game. Stats don't exactly reflect that, but I think all of her other abilities definitely do. And she will probably be the most defensive support, I would say. Most defensively capable, I don't know. Brycen-Man is definitely a solid dark character. He looks like he's more trying to be like a striker than a tech. Like, he's got the utility of a tech, but he's got like the damage of a striker. Or he's got the, I guess, grid for... grid-wise, he seems like a striker, because he means like 150% multipliers, which is generally reminiscent of most modern strikers, and not really techs. But I mean, it's still good. I don't know, he feels like a very tech-striker hybrid to me, which I know that doesn't really make too much sense, but bear with me a little bit, I guess. I mean, he still looks good, though. He's got a lot of utility with the debuffs, as well as the debuff doubling, and just good damage all around, probably. In Classic Blue, pretty much like a carbon copy of Mixed Red, but take away a few of the better things, and still make him quite strong overall. And Heatwave exists, too. But yeah, alright, whatever. That's the end of this video. I'm going to be looking over the next characters soon, which will be the Variety Scouts as well as all the Power Boosts, and we'll be finishing off this month. Holy crap, there's a lot to look at. I'm tired. Alright, yeah, I'll see you all later. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the units, and yeah, I'll see you all later.